PK in the universe, and I'm back again. And today I want to talk about the EVERCADE shelf life. A term like shelf life has so many different meanings. What could I possibly be talking about? Well, I'm talking about a lot of different things in this particular video. I thought this is the perfect video that if somebody just came across it, they probably wouldn't know exactly what it would be about, or it would mean different things to different people. So that's what I'm going to talk about for this video. So here we go. First off, what are we talking about? Like shelf life. Am I talking about, do EVERCADE games look good on a shelf? Well, personally, I keep my EVERCADE games in a drawer, but a lot of people do like to display them on a shelf. They are numbered games. They're very collectible. Now they're in different colors. They're in, of course, maroon, red. What do you call it? What color is that even, honestly? And purple, of course, for the arcade ones. And then there's going to be the home computer collections really soon, so there'll be blue next. So yeah, EVERCADE games go on a shelf, and they look good on a shelf for the most part. But what about the games themselves? The games themselves. A while back, I had posted a video about how I was having some issues with some EVERCADE carts, and I've talked to other people too who have had literally bad carts that straight up didn't work. So what's the future? Do these have a shelf life? Well, how long will these last? I personally think, yeah, they will probably last at least 10 years. If played a lot and frequently, maybe they will last a little longer. It's hard to say. It depends on how much frequent use they're getting. Are they being taken out of the system while it's on? Are they being taken care of? I don't think they have a high lasting rate. I think, these things are $20 or $30 to my Canadian gamer friends. And do I think they have a high shelf life? I think they do have an expiration date. But I also like to think at some point, maybe I won't be playing those games anymore. You never know. I never know what I'm going to be playing down the road. I play a lot of I don't think they're going to have the same shelf life as a Sega Genesis game or a Super Nintendo game, honestly. But then again, I've had NES games that have straight up stopped working. I used to have a copy of River City Ransom that no longer works. I currently have a copy of Batman Return of the Joker. Does not work at all. Doesn't matter what I do. So everything has a shelf life, and these games certainly do. What about the system? Does the system have a shelf life? I don't even mean necessarily, do I think all the EVERCADE VSs and EVERCADEs and EVERCADE EXPs are going to stop working? I mean, are people going to stop playing them? Are they going to stop being made? And I think the answer is absolutely, because it's already happening. The regular handheld EVERCADE is being discontinued and is going to be replaced by the more powerful EVERCADE EXP. Well, it's a better, stronger system, and obviously it can be updated with the internet, and it's a better screen, all the good stuff, and it's got tape mode, so people are going to really enjoy that. And you know what? The exact same thing probably is going to happen to the EVERCADE VS at some point. Will the EVERCADE VS be around for another 3 years and being manufactured? Maybe. It's a possibility. People forget every single console has an expiration date. Eventually, every single console gets stopped being supported and gets discontinued with manufacturing. Like the Wii U obviously was discontinued in 2016, 2017-ish range, and now their eShop is closing. Everything comes to an end. So yes, this system totally has an expiration date. I don't think they're going to make those forever. One of two things will happen. Either Blaze will stop making consoles altogether, or they'll make something better eventually. Maybe they'll make something that can play games of the 128-bit variety, something from the Dreamcast or PS2 era. And, I can totally see that happening down the road. Because, us old guys, we're not going to be the old guys anymore. We're going to be the really old guys, and there's going to be a whole new group of old guys coming in who want to play these old games. And you know what? A cartridge is cheap tech that you can put some pretty cool stuff on. I mean, people can already play some pretty high-tech games from an SD card. So I could see Blaze having a more powerful system with a more powerful cartridge and maybe some backwards compatibility. We don't know. And that will be the future. Yes, I think the EVERCADE VS has an expiration date. Now, finally, the EVERCADE shelf life of this topic. Will people still be talking about EVERCADE 10 years from now? I don't know. Maybe. I still think it's going to be pretty niche. I think back to when the Intellivision Amico first came on the scene. A lot of people were pumping out a lot of Intellivision Amico stuff. And Intellivision Amico had a lot of controversy, of course, in it. And I think there were some people who just downright wanted to be and television Amico influencers because they saw that they missed the boat with the Switch. You know, there was a lot of people who got in early on the Switch and became huge YouTube influencers, and I think there's some people who still have that fantasy that they're going to find something like that. And the Amico was not that thing, and I don't think the EVERCADE's going to be either, because the EVERCADE is just way too niche. It's because it's a retro gaming niche, but it's a niche of a niche. You know, it's a niche of retro gaming, so it's even more niche than retro gaming is. A lot of us old guys, you know, we think retro gaming has gotten mainstream because of stuff like the NES Classic and SNES Classic and all these mini systems and stuff. And a lot of these games can be played on modern consoles that are old school. But the truth is, retro gaming is still very niche in the grand scheme of all gaming things. Yeah, I think there's some people who make EVERCADE videos who are just genuinely passionate about EVERCADE and enjoying the system and enjoying the games. And you might have some people, just the very few people, I would say, who think, man, this is just easy views. This is a ticket to, stardom, but this will never get to that point. I don't think. Based on what I'm seeing, based on what the trends are, I don't think this will ever be like that will get you up to the upper echelon of becoming a YouTube influencer. That's just not going to happen. If you're making EVERCADE videos, you should be doing it because you enjoy EVERCADE. You enjoy talking about EVERCADE, the games that are on the EVERCADE, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the games. I say that ad nauseum on this channel, that at the end of the day, it's all about the games. Are you enjoying the games on EVERCADE? You know, whether it's the Renovation Collection or the Technos Collection, that's what's important and what really matters. So, yeah, do I think this topic has an expiration date? It could, or at least, this generation there might be less interest going forward, in maybe 5, 10, 15 years. I don't know. Do I think we could see future EVERCADE systems that are more powerful down the road? Absolutely. But overall, yes, shelf life. What are your guys' thoughts? When you saw the words EVERCADE shelf life in the title, what was your first thought? I want to hear this. Comment below. Love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.